Good morning. How'd you get on yesterday? Take a look at this top four clash. Well, a Sunderland lead. Did you take that on? Strike struck with two late goals. Possibility of laying the late draw as well if you fancied that. But if you were strictly with the market, despite this being a top four clash, you'd have been amply rewarded there. Professional Development League, well, 1-0-0. Bit of a shock result, that one. But if you take out insurance and then sit on it and lay that 0-0 or lay that draw as late as possible, you come out at least with a break even with a chance of an excellent profit, particularly in a league like this. But a 0-0, very rare, as you can see. Overs everywhere else. And Nancy and Seine in French League 1. Let's have a look where Nancy are. With that win, takes them into the promotion playoff places. But it was an early goal, so no real trading angle for me. Genoa and Lazio, 0-0 at half-time. Again, ideal opportunity to take that on, given the need for points, particularly from the V's. As you can see down there, a win for them would have taken them to 19 points. Genoa, well, they're still 12 points away from European football, so it looks like it's going to be mid-table mediocrity for them this season, but could have laid that draw second half there. Spanish La Liga. Well, I told you Rayo Vallecano were in hot form. Very tough to beat. Took a penalty, and that was it. So, very good performance from Rayo Vallecano. I did think that was a tad short, and that proved to be correct. You're normally expecting 3+ goals there. Almeria and Elche. Again, in Spanish La Liga 2. Plenty to play for these two. Almeria, with that draw, taking them in to the promotion playoff places. Elche will remain fourth with a point. A win would have been so much different for both teams, wouldn't it? Didn't really play, or wouldn't have played that one. Galatasaray, did they concede the first goal? No, they didn't. Osimhen, a class act for this type of league. Victor Osimhen, a hell of a buy for Galatasaray. Let's look at today's football, and it's dominated by the Champions League. Preston and Millwall is a bit of a tough nut to crack. 2.3, the favourite. We can have a look at soccer stats. Recent form, well, it looks very similar, doesn't it? 3 wins, a loss and a draw in the last 5 for both teams. Millwall, trouble scoring that second goal recently away from home. They've only done so once. So they might struggle with that goal away from home. Preston, 3 wins in 5 at home. Unbeaten at home in quite a few matches. 9 matches without defeat at home. That's a very strong pattern to bring into this. But only 2.3, the favourite, means the market's giving Millwall a shout. Touch of relegation 6-pointer-ishness about it. Looks very tight for Preston against teams below them in the league, but they are just playing a team above them who they lost 3-1 to. Millwall scoring and conceding in their fair share, but again against 15th and lower, start seeing that lack of a second goal from Millwall. It's a very messy match, this one. 2.3 the favourite. Both teams near each other in the league. There is a strong second half bias, 61% to 69% scoring away from home. That could be a saving grace this evening there. Champions League, well, League 1, I'm not going to research. 2.45, 2.55, 2.2. Very tough, but Wycombe Wanderers very strong favourites. Stevenage, Huddersfield, all the odds-ons we'll get a look in. Champions League playoffs, it's all about the first leg score. Plenty for AC Milan to think about here. 1-0 down to Feyenoord. Can they make home advantage count? They must score the first goal. Atalanta against Club Brugge, again, a big named Italian Serie A side, 1-2 down to a Belgian side who don't have a good second leg record when leading in the first leg. That could be the saving grace for Atalanta this evening. Bayern Munich 1.17 against Celtic. 2-1 lead for Bayern in the opener. They absolutely dominated that match from start to finish. No problems at all. It was a very comfortable match. This looked like a consolation, really. Very comfortable evening. The forward line is just too classy. It's not the same forward line you're going to see at St Mirren or Dundee United. Celtic, I think they're going to be done this evening. Benfica and Monaco, I think it was a red card affected first leg. 1-0 lead for Benfica. Monaco took advantage of the red card for Nantes by banging in 7 goals. Closer analysis of this match will show you, I think, the red card itis, or was it? Well, it was an actual red card, yes, for Monaco. Al-Musrati, 52nd minute, knocked the stuffing out of them. And Pavlidis, the Greek goal scorer, getting the goal. So, putting this into perspective, it was a lucky 0-1 lead against 10 men as soon as the goal was scored. So, immediately, Monaco were nobbled a little bit there. So, this is going to be a completely different outlook if we can get 11 v 11. Don't forget, with these tentative 1-goal in it leads, 0-0 is very much alive, isn't it? But you'd be expecting goals this evening. Those are the main leagues. We've not got much else to add on. English League 2. So again, we'll be focusing on the odds-ons. I'm not really going to be researching English League 1 or English League 2. HJK Helsinki in the Finnish Cup, the precursor to the Finnish Veikkausliiga, so that will be with us soon. And Genesis, the 1970s prog rock band, are playing Marathon, or they have already played Marathon. Phil Collins getting the equaliser there. That's about it. I will see members of footballtradingprofits.com on Telegram a little bit later on. For what is a quietish evening, we might see some action with League 1 and League 2, but they have to be predominantly in-place stats based. We can have a quick look, particularly at English League 1, see who's where and the significance of 3 points this evening. Crawley against Wigan. Wigan are in 18th. They've got a bit of a, well, Crawley are in the last relegation place, so a win for them takes them to 30 plus points. Wigan, well, they're okay at the moment, 6 points above the relegation zone, but again, add 3 to that, and that's looking more comfortable. 2.45 the favourite. You'll be looking at Crawley to get something here. Draw and a win in the last 2. That's 4 points out of 6. Can you imagine if they hadn't got those, they'd be bang smack in trouble. So they've got an opportunity to get out, Wigan. Mansfield against Lincoln, mid-table for Mansfield. And they are quite away, 12 points away from the promotion playoff places. Lincoln, they're in 13th, and again, they're 10 points off. A mid-table mediocrity here, not too challenged by the relegation zone. It's a tough one to call. They're too near to each other as well in league position. Shrewsbury and Huddersfield. Well, the Shrews with a win takes them to that all-important 30 points. And they're 3.7. Huddersfield are favoured today. Huddersfield have different things on their mind, with Charlton and Bolton and Reading quite near to them points-wise. And with 2 games in hand over Stockport, if they can get a win today, that'll be 55. Get that other win, they'll be up to 58. They've got to start growing that gap between themselves and those in 7th to 9th position. So the onus is on Huddersfield to do something. Drawing a win for them recently as well. Stevenage and Burton. 12th place for Stevenage. Where are Burton? Well, they're smack bang in trouble as well. But a win for Burton could change their season, couldn't it? Take them to 29, bring Peterborough and Northampton into the equation. It is a tough out for the relegation 4, isn't it? 4 places. So it's a must-win territory for the likes of Burton. Shrewsbury at home. Crawley at home. So it's Wrexham against Leyton Orient. Let's take a look at that one. Leyton Orient in that last promotion playoff place must keep ticking along with the points 2 consecutive wins has really changed their season, hasn't it? Completely. Rocketed them into that promotion playoff place. They are playing Wrexham, who are in third, and a win for Wrexham could take them, dependent on what Wycombe do against Bristol Rovers, into the automatic promotion places. So huge motivating factor for Wrexham and Leyton Orient to retain their playoff place, but Wrexham to potentially go top 2 and automatic promotion. 2.2 the favourite there. Wycombe currently holding that berth in second place. They're expected to dominate today, 1.4. Put to bed a couple of draws, dropping points, allowing Wrexham an eye in for the automatic promotion berth. They're playing Bristol Rovers today, who are a little bit too near the relegation zone, 7 points away. A win for them rockets them up to 38 and 14th place. But the onus is on the relegation threatened sides today. Shrewsbury at home, Crawley at home, Burton Albion away. Cambridge not playing. And the promotion teams, Wycombe must take advantage of home advantage in that draw sequence. Wrexham, a win today could threaten Wycombe if Wycombe draw or lose. Wrexham, home advantage again. Huddersfield, away, but odds-on favourite. A win today will help them cement a top 6 promotion playoff place. 60 is what they're aiming at, if they can get anywhere near that. So fascinating evening. Leyton Orient, as we know, and Wrexham, it's a playoff 6-pointer. So plenty of interest there this evening. I will see members of Football Trading Profits a little bit later on Telegram, 7:45. Nice even start there. If you want to join, then click on the Football Trading Profits free trial offer. And if you want to just dip your toe in, get yourself a free trading course and free Premier League football research whenever it's on at the weekend, then just drop your name and email address there. Be great to see you. Don't forget youtube.com/@football trading profits. Subscribe for some free live streams. Have a great day. I'll see members at 7:45.